Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Thailand again. Um, Views on this movie, this Salt and Pepper movie. I watched it, you know. Now, I wasn't really trying to do no damn reviews. I don't give a fuck about celebrity shit like that. But I connected to this for a reason, for several reasons. But let's get into it. Welcome to the Venti. Can I vent? Let me vent about this shit. Okay, first. So, I really came into the movie just not really knowing a lot of shit anyway. I know the songs, Shoop, the Let's Talk About Sex, Baby. All that. I know those songs, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Shoop is one of my best friend's favorite songs. I know it because every time it came on in the club, she'd be like, whoop. Be ready to get it, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I really know though, I just, again, remember the songs. So when I approached the movie, it's not like I had anything to compare it to. I didn't know, so the story was new to me. Now, what did confuse me was that but it confused me back in the day too. No different than now. Like with Spinderella, I was like, is she in the group or she not in the group? She in the group or she not in the group? I didn't know. So I really see how it just focused on Salt and Pepper's friendship throughout the whole thing, how they dealt with the business and how they, grew together in the music industry, but also had their own personal shit going on. I definitely could see that. When it came to production, I thought it was okay. I mean, the hair was a little distracting. There are so many people in the hood that they could have got to do even the male wigs, okay? To make it look more realistic than what the fuck it did. Like, Harvey was looking a fucking fool. I was like, oh my God. But with the whole movie, I liked it. I kind of fell asleep towards the end. Now, what I personally connected to was Salt. But I have a personal story too with Salt. So, picture this. 2014, 26-year-old, well, 27 at the time, 27-year-old young me, just moving to New York. I've been here almost a year, and I was going through it, okay? When I first moved to New York, I ended up homeless. I was staying in this shelter. My ex had just passed away, and I was taking it hard. And then I met this guy, and it just was a very confusing situationship that I was in with him. How the fuck this dude up, like for real? I was working at this organization called GMAT, and this guy, shout out to Elijah seen what I was going through. He was like, you need help before you go do some stupid shit. He told me about this life coaching class called Momentum. Usually this class is like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and my broke ass at the time could not do anything like that. I couldn't pay for that, so he sponsored me, right? I'm like, okay. So the night before I go to this thing, I end up watching Salt and Pepper's Behind the Music. I was just like on YouTube, and it popped up, and I was like, I just watched it. Crazy thing. So the next day, I get to the damn life coaching class, right? When I came in, it was like not a lot of people there. It was like all these seats, and so I seen this woman. She was like sitting down, kind of with her head down, and I happened to look from her side view, and I was like, damn, that's Salt. I was like, oh my God. And so I looked at my phone, and I was like, that's Salt. It was weird that I was just watching this lady on Behind the Music the night before, and she was right there. Like, she just manifested. I was like, it's crazy. But it was weird to me how that kind of happened, right? So before a lot of people start to get into the class, then I walked up to her and I was like, hey, I know who you are. I just want to say hi. And she was like, hi, how you doing? Now, Momentum was something very like a personal thing for everybody. You know, everybody there was going through their own shit, okay? I was in a room with all these influential people, you know, with lawyers and doctors and CEOs of companies and big artists like Saw, you know. Then here you got me, this struggling artist going through shit, homeless and all this stuff in the mix with all these influential big ass people, and I'm coming here to get on their level, but yet we all here meeting for the craziest things because we all going through it, you know. But we were really able to talk through all the exercises that we did and really open up and figure out how we can help ourselves. You know, it's giving us tools to really better ourselves. I remember connecting to her because she was talking about, you know, different issues like with her father at the time, and then with her faith, and she really didn't speak on Salt and Pepper. You know, she really just spoke on her, what she was feeling and all that. I connected to that, and so I remember we went on a break one of the days, and I get into the elevator. Now I had already spoken, said what I was in New York for and all that, so she's like, when I get in the elevator, she had walked into the elevator, and she was like, "So you sing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So she's like, "Well, let me hear you sing." So I sung something to her. I think I sung like a TLC song. She's like, "Oh, so you like TLC?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I know Tian and Lisa." I was like, "You know TLC?" We just walking and talking together, and she just started opening up to me, and I opened up to her. I was telling her about my ex that passed away. I was telling her about the dude that was, I wanted to cut his tires, I wanted to fuck him up. I really wanted to do some shit to him at that time. She was giving me a pep talk. She was like, "You know, you're talented, you're a cute guy, you need to just focus, you know, and keep the faith." You know, she was really pushing faith, you know, just to believe in God and trusting him and all that. So you know, she was just very encouraging. I needed to hear those words from somebody, and she just really helped me. I say that. Throughout the rest of the training, was very loving towards me, kind of motherly in a way. She just was a sweet person, and I didn't end up meeting Salt. I ended up meeting Cheryl. Cheryl, if you ever watch this, I just respect you so much, and I ended up respecting you a lot more once I seen the movie, because then I seen that the stuff that I was telling her about my ex, like he was bulimic, then I was telling her about the guy that I was dealing with. I'm like, "Girl, you dealt with that. You dealt with bulimia." I didn't know that. She didn't say that at that time. She dealt with, you know, buster ass dudes. She didn't say that at that time, but now watching the movie, I'm like, "Oh, you really dealt with that shit. Like, that's why you connected to me." Now I understand. I just looked at it as a really precious moment, you know, and I'm very, very grateful for that experience. So I will watch the movie again, because to me it hit me a little different, you know, not as a fan, but I really felt like I was watching someone that I connected with at a time, and I kind of got backstory on them. And I was glad that I got a chance to see Cheryl. I got to see her. She's a really wonderful person, and again, I'm just happy that I got to experience that. So yeah, I'll watch it again. I definitely watch it again. But anyway, thanks for letting me vent. Go watch the movie yourself, and then answer in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you think about it. And also, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, all that. And let's keep the conversation going, alright? Alright, peace.
I can't play pretend, I intend to win you on my arms. A situation again.